You finish a workout and instead of that clean, upbeat buzz, you feel wiped out. That's frustrating, and it can make you question if training is even working. The good news is, post-workout fatigue usually has a reason you can identify. Most of the time, it's not about willpower. It's about fuel, recovery, intensity, and timing not matching what your body can actually support. Some tiredness is normal. Exercise is a stress on purpose. But there's a difference between pleasantly tired and I need to lie down right now. In this video, you'll get a simple mental checklist to figure out which bucket you're in. We'll talk about energy systems, hydration, sleep, and why some workouts quietly drain you more than you realize. Then we'll land on practical tweaks that often make a noticeable difference within a week or two. Let's start with the most common misunderstanding: what exercise is supposed to feel like afterward. Moving to slide 2. First, reset the expectation. Exercise doesn't automatically create energy in the moment. It spends energy, then your body pays you back later through better fitness and better regulation. Right after training, you can feel tired because you used stored fuel, shifted blood flow, and created small amounts of muscle damage. That's normal. Feeling energized afterward is more likely when the workout is moderate, your sleep is solid, and your nutrition is steady. Feeling crushed is more likely when intensity is high, volume is high, or recovery is low. There's also a nervous system piece. Some sessions ramp you up, like sprints or heavy lifting. Others calm you down, like long, steady cardio. If you train hard and then sit still, the come down can feel like a crash. So the goal isn't to chase a constant high. The goal is to finish training feeling worked but still functional. Now let's look at the biggest lever. Moving to slide 3. A lot of people feel tired after workouts because the session is simply too hard for their current base. The most common trap is stacking intensity on top of intensity. Think hard intervals, plus heavy lifting, plus a long finisher, several days a week. Your body can adapt, but only if recovery keeps up. A simple way to check is this. If your performance drops sharply mid-workout, or you dread the next session, your load may be outpacing recovery. Another clue is needing more caffeine than usual just to start. Many training plans that look effective are actually just exhausting. A better approach is to keep most sessions at a moderate effort, where you could still speak in short sentences. Then keep truly hard sessions limited and spaced out. If you want to feel more energized, you often need to do slightly less, but more consistently. Next, let's talk about the fuel problem, especially carbs and total calories. Moving to slide 4. If you feel unusually tired after training, underfueling is a top suspect. Your muscles run on stored carbohydrate called glycogen, plus fat, plus a smaller contribution from other sources. When glycogen is low, workouts feel harder, your perceived effort spikes, and recovery feels slower. This is common if you train early, skip breakfast, or diet aggressively. It's also common if you eat clean, but not enough total calories. Another pattern is lots of protein, but not enough carbs around training. Protein helps repair, but carbs help you perform and feel human afterward. You don't need a perfect plan, you need a consistent baseline. Enough total food, and some carbs before and after harder sessions. If your goal includes fat loss, the deficit has to be mild enough that training still works. Otherwise, you get the worst combo: low energy and poor progress. Next up is hydration and electrolytes, which can mimic low fuel almost perfectly. Moving to slide 5. Dehydration is sneaky because it doesn't always feel like thirst. Even a small drop in body water can raise heart rate, increase perceived effort, and leave you feeling drained afterward. If you sweat a lot, train in heat, or drink very little before a session, you can finish with that hollow, foggy fatigue. Electrolytes matter too, especially sodium, because they help you hold on to fluid and support normal nerve and muscle function. If you replace sweat with plain water only, some people still feel flat. A practical check is your body weight before and after training. If you're down more than about 1 to 2%, you likely underdrank for that session. Another check is urine color over the day. not just right after training. The fix is boring but effective. Drink regularly and consider electrolytes for longer or sweatier sessions. Next, let's hit a huge one: sleep debt and why workouts expose it. Moving to slide 6. If your sleep is short or fragmented, exercise can feel like it steals energy instead of creating it. Sleep is when your body does a lot of the repair work: muscle protein synthesis, hormone regulation, and nervous system recovery. When you're in sleep debt, your stress hormones tend to run higher, and your ability to tolerate hard training drops. That can show up as heavy legs, low motivation, or a moody crash after the session. The tricky part is that you might still be able to push through the workout. You just pay for it afterward. Another factor is timing. Late-night intense training can keep some people wired, which then worsens sleep, which then worsens the next workout. It becomes a loop. If you want to feel energized post-workout, protect sleep like it's part of the program. Even small improvements, consistent bedtime, darker room, less late caffeine, can change how training feels. Next, let's talk about warm-ups and pacing, because a rushed start can spike fatigue fast. Moving to slide 7. A surprisingly common reason for post-workout exhaustion is starting too hard too soon. If your warm-up is short, your heart rate and breathing can spike early, and the session feels like a fight from minute 5. That pushes you toward more anaerobic work, meaning you rely more on fast energy pathways that produce more metabolic byproducts. You can think of it as borrowing energy at a higher interest rate. The result is a bigger crash afterward. Pacing fixes this. Give yourself a real ramp, a few minutes of easy movement, then gradually build intensity, then hit the main work. For strength training, do lighter sets before your working sets. For cardio, start easy enough that you could comfortably nose breathe for a bit. This doesn't make you less tough, it makes you more efficient. And efficiency is what leaves you energized, not wrecked. Next, we'll cover blood sugar swings and why some people feel shaky or sleepy after training. Moving to slide 8. Some people get a big energy dip after workouts because of blood sugar dynamics. Training increases glucose use in muscle, and it also changes how sensitive your body is to insulin afterward. That's usually a good thing long term. But in the short term, if you trained hard, didn't eat much beforehand, and then delay food for a long time, you may feel shaky, weak, or oddly sleepy. Another trigger is very sugary pre-workout snacks that spike and then drop. Not everyone is sensitive to this, but if you are, it's obvious. A steadier approach is a small mixed snack before harder sessions, carbs plus a bit of protein, and then a normal meal within a reasonable window afterward. You're not trying to earn food. You're trying to stabilize the system so you can recover. If you consistently crash after training, track what you ate and when for a week. Patterns show up fast. Next, let's talk about iron, low energy availability, and other basic health factors that can amplify fatigue. Moving to slide 9. Sometimes the workout isn't the main problem. It's revealing an underlying energy issue. Low iron stores, low overall calorie intake, and high life stress can all make exercise feel disproportionately hard. If you're often tired outside the gym too, that's an important clue. Another clue is breathlessness that feels out of proportion to the effort, or a heart rate that runs unusually high for easy work. For some people, heavy menstrual bleeding can contribute to low iron over time. For others, it's simply not eating enough for their activity level, especially when trying to lose weight. There's also the low energy availability pattern, training hard while consistently underfueling, where mood, sleep, and performance all start to slide. The right move here is not to guess forever. If fatigue is persistent, worsening, or paired with dizziness, fainting, chest pain, or unusual shortness of breath, it's smart to talk to a clinician and get appropriate labs. Next, we'll cover overtraining versus under-recovery. Moving to slide 10. People say overtraining, but most of the time it's really under-recovery. That means the training stress is fine on paper, but your sleep, food, hydration, and life stress don't support it. Early signs are subtle. Your usual warm-up feels harder. Your resting heart rate trends up. Your mood is flatter. Your strength stalls, and you feel tired after workouts more often than not. The fix is usually not quitting, it's adjusting the dial. Reduce volume for a week, keep intensity moderate, and prioritize the basics. Many athletes use a deload week on purpose for this reason. Another helpful tool is to separate hard and easy days. If every day is medium hard, your body never gets a true break. Easy days should feel almost too easy. That's what allows hard days to actually work. If you want that energized feeling, think in waves, not in constant pressure. Next, we'll talk about the cooldown gap and why stopping abruptly can make you feel lightheaded and drained. Moving to slide 11. If you stop a hard workout abruptly, you can feel dizzy, nauseous, or suddenly exhausted. One reason is blood flow. During exercise, your muscles act like pumps, helping return blood to the heart. If you stop and stand still, blood can pool more in the legs and less returns to the upper body. That can drop blood pressure and create that wiped out feeling. A short cooldown helps your system transition. It can be as simple as 5 to 10 minutes of easy movement, then a little slower breathing. This is especially important after intervals, heavy leg training, or long cardio. Cooling down also helps you shift out of fight mode and into recovery mode. That doesn't mean you need a complicated routine. It means you don't slam the brakes. If you often feel drained in the car ride home, or you need to sit down immediately, test this for a week, add a real cooldown, and see what changes. Next, we'll talk about inflammation, soreness, and why good workouts can still leave you tired the next day. Moving to slide 12. Delayed soreness and that heavy, tired feeling the next day are often about inflammation and tissue repair. Strength training, especially new exercises, higher volume, or lots of eccentric work where you lower slowly, creates more microdamage. Your body responds with an immune and repair process. That process costs energy. It's not bad, but it can make you feel sluggish. The key is dose. If every workout is a brand new stimulus, you keep paying the high adaptation cost. If you repeat movements and progress gradually, your body becomes more efficient and soreness drops. Another factor is total weekly volume. You can handle more once you're adapted, but the ramp matters. If you feel tired after training and sore for days, reduce the number of hard sets, keep some reps in reserve, and build up slowly. You'll often get better results with less drama. Next, let's connect all of this into a simple troubleshooting checklist you can actually use without overthinking it. Moving to slide 13. Here's a simple checklist when you feel tired after workouts. First, was the session too hard for your current base, or did you stack hard days back to back? Second, did you eat enough total food, and did you have some carbs near training? Third, did you drink enough, and did you replace what you sweat out? Fourth, how was your sleep for the last 3 nights, not just last night? Fifth, did you warm up and pace the session, and did you cool down instead of stopping cold? If you fix just one of these, you might feel a small change. If you fix 2 or 3, it can be dramatic. Keep it experimental. Change one variable for a week, then reassess. And remember, energized doesn't always mean hyped. Often, it means calm, clear, and steady afterward. If you want a starting point, make your next week mostly moderate sessions, add a real cooldown, and treat food and fluids like part of training. If this was helpful, consider subscribing for more practical training explanations, and comment with your experience. Do you crash more after cardio or after strength? A or B? This information is not a substitute for medical advice. High energy is a biological state, not motivation.